Trembling bat. After lunch, Daniel found that bed hanging upside down from his usual place in the attic. But he wasn't alone. Go, go, you! He shouted out, right, bird girl. Get lost. Bird girl edged closer to Megabeth. You ruined everything. Daniel grabbed the comic book off his shelf and waved it at her. The pigeon flew around. The room, bumping into a lamp and knocking a pile of books off the bedside the table. Finally, she found her way out the window. Shoo, Daniel said, shutting it. But Bird Girl stayed right outside, looking in. Daniel flopped down on his bed and banged his head on the sloped attic wall. I hate this room, he yelled in frustration. I hate this house, I hate this whole place, and I hate that stupid pigeon. He felt so hopeless that he started to cry and drip, drip, drip. He wasn't the only one. Daniel held out one hand and Megabeth swooped down to nestle in his palm. There was something about the small weight over him there that made Daniel feel a little less alone, and somehow that helps a lot. They stayed there for a while, neither of them feeling much like talking, until the poor girl pigeon launching herself at the window. Daniel had to admit that Talia's brother was right about one thing. Pigeons were pretty dumb. Burgle is most distressed also. Megabeth said with a little sniff. Well, she should be. She ruined our purse plan. She's not my favorite pigeon right now. Daniel put Megabeth back to roost on his beam, then started picking up all the books the poor girl had knocked over. There, at the top of the pile, was his children's own atlas. Bird girl flapped her head, left it face down on the floor, open to a page with two kind of world maps. Daniel studied them. In the first map, Borneo was about as far away as you could get from North America. But in the second, which looked at the Earth from the other side, it was closer. He measured both distance with his thumb. It took 12 thumbprints to go across the Atlantic to Borneo, but just 7 to cross the Pacific Ocean. Daniel knew that 7 thumbs was still a long way, thousands and thousands of miles probably, but it gave him an idea. Megabeth soon fell asleep, and Daniel went back next door. Talia's mother said she was upstairs playing with Jimmy, but playing wasn't what Daniel would have called it. From the top of the stairs, he could see Talia kneeling on the floor with a bucket of water and some sponges. Don't forget to wash between my toes, Jamie commanded. Hi, Daniel said, coming to stand in the doorway. Can I talk to you for a minute? It's kind of important. Can't you see my servant busy? Jamie barked. I'm allowed to talk to Pepper, Talia said. Fine. Jamie pulled his feet out of the bucket and walked toward the door, leaving wet footprints behind. Just like I'm allowed to talk to people, like say, Mom, and tell her about you talking back. Don't you dare. 절대면 안 돼. Talia said, but Elizabeth from his smoke that he would done. There. He would there. Just to let me talk to Daniel for 5 minutes, okay? Then I'll organize your comic books and put your laundry away and file my toenails. Daniel did fine, she said. Then she motioned for Daniel to follow her into her room. I think I have a new plan for getting Megabit home. Daniel said once the door was closed. He might be able to fly there himself if we train him. He'll need to learn geography and survival skills, plus practice his flying. It's a long journey, 7,507 miles. 757. Talia said. Daniel looked at her in surprise. I looked it up. I've been thinking the same thing, she explained. But do you really think he can do it? It might be our last hope. I think you're right, Talia said. She sat down on the bed. I'll help you train him as much as I can, she said, but I'm going to be pretty busy. Talia, Jimmy shouted. Time's up. See, I'd better go, but I can come help on the days Jamie's at swimming lessons and this after dinner. Okay, Daniel said, even though he was feeling less certain about his plan by the second. Training a bat to fly across the world. Where was he supposed to start?